What's up, everybody? I'm Camarray.
And I'm Zaiah, and this is the Music Report Card, where albums are reviewed based on the vocals, lyrics,
the production, and the sonic vibe.
All right, today we are reviewing
Meg Thee Stallion's brand new
Meg
album.
Thee Stallion.
Her debut album. I know she done had about 11 songs, but this is her debut album, y'all, and it's called Good News.
It's called Good News.
But first, let's take a look at our music news.
Congratulations is in order to Summer Walker and presumably London on the Track.
Hopefully.
Who recently debuted The Growing Baby Bump.
And we say presumably because they've been breaking up. Break up to make up. That's all we do. I hope it's him. I hope. Because, you know, he was back before on Black Ink Crew Chicago. We don't know who. Back for the But yes, hopefully congratulations to London and Summer. I hope they can really get it together and provide a great home for their new upcoming baby. So congratulations. Yay. In other news, we have to give major congratulations and shouts out to Atlanta's own baby Gucci Mane and Young Jeezy for a record.
Hold on, Atlanta's own who?
Young Jeezy and Gucci Mane.
Young Jeezy ain't from Atlanta?
I mean, they rep Atlanta.
Oh, okay. I just want to be clear.
For
a rep Macon, Georgia.
Lord,
Warner Robins, Fayetteville.
But for a record-breaking versus battle, I mean, that thing was stick from start to finish. I didn't know what was going to happen. It was a lot of very tense moments, but it all paid off with a record-breaking 1.8 million of us tuning in to see Gucci and Young Jeezy battle it out. Hit after hit. Who do y'all think won? Drop that in the comments. Let us know.
Who you think won?
I'm Team Jeezy. Gucci was playing a lot of songs that I didn't even know. Like, he was playing a lot of like underground.
I like Jeezy, but it's still Gucci.
And Gucci didn't even play Freaky Girl. I was mad as hell. I was like, what is this? What kind of battle is this? You don't play Freaky Girl.
Yeah.
But again, y'all drop down in the comments. Let us know who y'all think took the dub, who y'all thought lost, you know, all of that good stuff. Please also, while you're down in the comments, make sure you click that subscribe button right. I think it's like right there. Make sure you also like this video and just share with your friends and family. How about that?
All right, moving right along to our review this week. Meg Thee Stallion.
Good news.
Good news.
Hallelujah.
Let me hop right into it. So, what's new?
What's new?
What's new? You got to hear this track.
What's new?
Right. So, that's what I liked about it. It has this little playful little whistle in there, but she's actually kind of snapping and going in and saying pretty much she's hearing all this hate and the haters is coming out saying stuff, and she pretty much saying, what's new? F you. You know, like, that's what I think I like about it the most is really the lyrics and how she just like snapping, saying, F you, keep it moving. Like, you really you asking me about tea, but you really don't want to sip this tea because you're going to be in your feelings when I tell you the truth.
Okay.
So that's what I was feeling it.
Okay, what's new?
What's new?
Track number one. Well, not track number one.
What's new? They stay hating. What's new?
Well, they stay hating. That's a true statement. But into my first track, which is actually track number one, Shots Fired. Blah. I love the fact that she started off with this song. It was so well thought out in my opinion. But it was, a Biggie sample at the beginning, and then it's Who Shot Ya. I thought it was very, very strong. Very, very smart on her part. Her flow was so in the pocket and just strong. It didn't leave any lack. It was just like, wow. She really, I think she had been waiting to, like, it was like
oh, absolutely.
Like, yeah, it was just like boiling.
She had some things to address
to get off her
right
out
the gate.
Yeah, you felt that, and it was very, very
on
well
the
delivered. Yes. Now, although I did love the song, I thought that it was very, very well thought out, well put together. I do have to, and I will talk about this with Lyric later on when we give her a grade, but I thought it was almost, I had to knock her a little bit because she said something to the effect of, imagine me entertaining these goofy ass niggas, these goofy ass bitches, and you made a whole song about them, so you are entertaining them. So, yeah. didn't really, I had to.
It didn't catch.
It didn't catch all the way. But again, as far as the song, I thought it was very, very solid. It sent the internet ablaze. So shouts out to Megan for that amazing opener of the album, Shots Fired.
All right, moving right along to my next favorite, which is Freaky Girls featuring SZA. SZA, in my opinion, did her thing on this. I love Megan, I think, the most when she is featuring someone else and I get to kind of hear someone else and hear her mixed in with them.
Okay.
And I think these two did a great job on this particular song. It also was sampling Adina Howard.
I will be a freak until the day, until the dawn.
I hate that he started. Boom. I hate that he stole my moment and started in a whole raggedy key.
What can we go to? Take it up.
It's okay.
'Cause I would be a freak until the day, until the dawn.
See, it would have sounded good if I came in and given that tease, and then you could have just figured something out on what you was gonna do. Maybe you could have beatboxed or did something like that. Gave a BTS vibe. Gave a little beatbox or something.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
But yeah, I think that's really, honestly, the sample is really what attracted me to the song because I love that song and it just. The nostalgia. You know, you love a nostalgic moment. There were a lot of songs that she sampled on this particular album, but that one is a song that I just remember. And we could pop anytime.
That's how you feeling.
I also liked how SZA actually had little isms and I feel like a lot of times rappers don't always put singers in while they're actually rapping. Like you don't hear their voices. So I felt like they were together on this because I heard SZA doing her little oohs and ahs and isms underneath what Meg was spitting. So yeah. I don't know. I love the nostalgic feeling of the song and that's what attracted me to it the most.
All right. Well, my next favorite. If you know me, you know I love JT and Carisha, the City Girls. And I don't know why the song is called Do It on the Tip.
You don't know why?
Yeah, because they say do it on the dick. But hey, do it on the tip. We'll go ahead and call it what it's called.
It's the tip of the...
But I'm saying the song is, they talking about it, so why didn't they name it that? I don't know. But listen. This song is made for JT and Carisha to do what they do best. Ladies and gentlemen, I know you guys have probably already heard this song. If not, pause this video, go listen, come back, and then hit them comments and let me know. This song is made for those girls. From the topic of the song, the beat, everything fit those girls like a glove. And Meg, in my opinion, was like an added bonus to the song because they just killed this song, Do It on the Tip. I would have liked Megan to really dig in and really give, she kind of gave it a little bit on WAP, but really get nasty. And I felt like she kind of went a little bit with a different direction as far as the lyrical content of it. I would have liked her to be just real nasty and gutter with it like JT and Carisha did. But overall, I love this song. And I would be remiss if I talked about this song and didn't mention Megan's bar where she said, you hear a lot of rappers, especially Nicki, saying all these bitches is my sons. But the way Meg did it, and please forgive me, I have to read, ladies and gentlemen, because I don't want to misquote Miss Megan Thee Stallion. But she said, oh shit, I think I'm pregnant, but I ain't got no belly. Like that shit is hard. These bitches trying to come my way and they ain't even ready. What? So many bars, they don't have to put money on my books. She killed.
But you can't leave out the Carisha bar.
That's what I mean. All of what they said, Carisha and JT, I'm just overjoyed with the Ice Cube line. And
then said something about them being her sons.
And I know how I got kids. I know how y'all play, and then I should call them on shit.
O'Shea.
For real. Yeah, in Miami.
The son of Ice Cube.
If you didn't know. But yes, what an amazing song. Do It on the Tip is one of those songs that you can just have fun with and act silly and do it. You can get wasted and just have a brilliant time with your friends.
You're gonna be twerking for Jesus to that song.
Drop it low. For Jesus. All right, let's go ahead and get to your next page.
All right, so my final favorite song was Intercourse. If y'all haven't learned anything about me, I love Caribbean Afro beats. I love that feel. It just is so fun. It just takes me to my imagination, and it takes me to a whole different place.
All right, I felt like you're on an island.
I felt like I was on an island or something. But I'm not gonna go into all the details. I really want y'all to listen to it because this song lyrically is all about sexual intercourse.
Very much so.
But it's featuring Popcorn and Mustard.
Mustard on a beat,
And Popcorn he has a dope sound.
And a nasty mouth.
But the nasty mouth intertwined with Megan's. Y'all gotta check it out. It worked for me because of the feel of it coming in, and I wasn't expecting it. And I think that's the biggest thing. Listening to this album, I was looking for something refreshing and something different. And that's what attracted me to this particular song because I've heard Meg Thee Stallion. I've heard, things she's done. So I was looking for something unique and something that gave me a different feel. And if she was able to execute that, and I feel like it was executed well with the production as well as with what she gave, because the beat kind of switched up a little bit to allow her to fit in where she needed to fit in her pocket.
Okay.
And then came back in, and it was all just done. Good job, Mustard on that beat.
Mustard on that beat. All right, well, last but not least, my favorite song featuring my favorite rapper of all time, Mr. Big Sean.
Of all time?
Yeah.
All time?
Yeah.
My
personal favorite. I'm not saying he's the best, but I'm saying my personal favorite rapper.
You got too many little tiny details.
Yeah.
The best of all time. My favorite of all time.
And that's it.
This of all time.
No, that's it. My favorite rapper of all time, Big Sean.
Go back and watch our Big Sean review. And listen.
Please do. He's amazing.
I feel like he's switching it up a little bit. But
go
ahead. I'll let you have the floor.
Big Sean is known for his wordplay, and he kills. I don't care if it's a feature. I don't care if it's an album, whatever. But the song is called "Go Crazy," and it just has this West Coast kind of vibe, like go crazy. Like I wanted to, what I'm saying, with the sea walk and all that. It just gave me an instant vibe, and I love the song. Brilliant features from Big Sean and 2 Chainz.
Absolutely.
And again, I won't spend too much time on it, but Go Crazy is one of my most favorite songs on the album.
I liked Go Crazy also. It was almost one of my favorites. I just wanted something a little different. I think that had Big Sean rapped first, and then Megan, and then 2 Chainz, and then 2 Chainz, and then Megan again, I would have felt it a little different.
Okay.
I wanted to hear somebody else come in and start the song off.
Okay.
And then go into Megan, and then come, and then finish out, because she has 2 verses on the song.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I did definitely like the song though.
Okay. Well, did you have any honorable mentions that you would like to mention on this album?
I did actually.
All right, and what were they, sir?
I really liked Body.
What?
Body was so catchy to me. It was honestly it's one of those songs that's like kind of definitely corny with the melody and with what's being said, I feel like kind of, or not corny, but predictable.
And
it's been done before.
Yes.
But it grabbed my attention when I was listening to it with my headphones on, and she came in giving what she was giving. It caught my attention. It definitely grabbed my ear, and I jotted down a little note as this may be one of my favorites. Let me go back to it and listen to it again.
All right. Well,
and she's known for the body, so
Yeah, that actually made my least favorite.
Body did?
Yes, and I'll tell you why. And I love the first quarter to third of the album, and I just felt like after hearing so much of bodies and niggas and how you ride the dick and all that stuff that is at the beginning of the album, and how all these bitches is your sons and all that boastful, bragful talk at the beginning. By the time body yada 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 came, I was like, okay, I'm tired of this. I'm ready for something new, and I wanted it to make it a shift, and it didn't, and it almost kind of stayed there for the rest of the album, minus a couple other songs. And yeah, for me, body just didn't work. Now I will say, when I saw the video, I was like, okay, I can see why she chose this to be a single because it's catchy. But as far as an album is concerned, by the time you get to that song, if you're not tired of shaking your ass, there's something wrong with you.
Did you have any other honorable mentions?
I did. Okay.
Or any other hate records?
I do. I have some of both. Crybaby with the baby. Everybody knows nice. I love the baby. I feel like he's always spot on. He always talks his shit.
But it sounded just like a DaBaby song.
It really did, and I feel like that's
on Meg Thee Stallion's album.
But I think that's a part of her.
It's intentional.
Genius, if you will. She did a song with the City Girls that was fit for the City Girls like a glove. A song with DaBaby that was fit for him like a glove as well. And so Crybaby really, really worked. He was able to talk his shit. He was able to go off, and I love that.
I have to disagree with you on that being a part of her genius, though. I almost feel like it's important for artists to identify their sound and have tracks and records that are more so on their side, and then they kind of meet the other artist that's going to be featured somewhere in the middle for them to merge together and make it make sense.
Okay.
So I feel like I didn't get that. That was a DaBaby song featuring Meg Thee Stallion that should have been on his actual album because it sounded more like something that he would do and not as much as something that she would actually do. Okay. So that's sorry, I just had to speak my piece there.
Yeah, well, as far as honorable mentions, that ends it for me. But then I have a lot of songs that I want to put on the least favorite
on the docket.
On the docket. But I'm gonna just go with Don't Rock Me to Sleep. I felt like anytime I respect her trying to go and cross over into a more pop field. But when you do so, you have to really, really commit. And I felt like it was a lackluster attempt at a pop song. And it didn't connect with me. Also,
it rocked you to sleep.
It rocked me to bed, like with nightmares, because it wasn't good. I was like,
I felt that I don't feel like it rocked me to sleep. But I will say that I felt like there wasn't commitment. She did not commit, and she did not, like, when you're gonna do something that's a little bit more sing-songy, you really have to over-exaggerate and give a lot. And we'll talk about that more in the vocals, but go ahead and continue.
Yeah, and I had to take a jab at one of your favorite songs, What's New. I felt like
New?
I felt like she woke up one morning and was like, I can't think of anything else to use for a hook. Let me think. I don't know. What's new? Oh, okay. And let's add a little whistle on it. I hated it. I thought it was childish. I thought it wasn't well thought out. It didn't work for me, and I had to mark her way down.
I liked it.
It's okay. But with all of that being said, I think it's time. If you guys agree with me or agree with Zay on some of his songs, please make sure you jot down in the comments right now. It's getting good. It's heating up.
Or if you have something different than what we're saying, please let us know.
Let us know. Drop down in the comments. Let us know right now. But it's time to give Meg Thee Stallion good news. Her grade. I'm excited.
All right. So let's start off with the vocals.
Yes.
So I kind of talked about it a little bit. I think that when you go into the studio, it is very important that you over-exaggerate everything that you are doing because there are so many different layers and effects and different things that are going to be added to your vocals that I think I talked about it actually with our BTS review, where it's kind of like there's this veil that's there and you need to get through that. You have to project your sound through that, and when you have compression and limiters and different things that are on your voice, sometimes the feeling is lost in that. So you have to over exaggerate the feeling to have some feeling on the other end. And not that she doesn't have any feeling at all, because she definitely has feeling. But when you want to do a song that's a little bit more singy, or even with the rapping, in some cases, I feel like there was more opportunity in general. I feel like just to kind of switch up the vocal some and give me different layers and elements of your rapping. It all just felt the same. And I kind of got wore out with listening to the album as a whole.
Yeah, and I will agree. And I hate to compare her to her counterparts, but I have to. Nicki, when she does a song, she almost builds this character to where it's like, okay, she's gonna go this route and it's gonna feel this way, and you just almost kind of know, and it just worked. Cardi B, her first debut album. Again, she gave us different variations of vocals. And I'm sorry, let me go ahead and give Megan her 4. I thought it was solid, but I had to knock her down on a couple of things. And it was just because there was no variety of vocals. Everything was and I want it, and I get it, and I want it, and I get it, and I better.
It was pretty redundant.
It was redundant, and that does not work when you are on your future debut LP. You have to give us layers. You have to give us vulnerability. You have to give us all of these different things. As a female rapper, you cannot slack. There's no room for error. And unfortunately, I had to give her a 4 on her vocal.
And he got so excited, y'all, that I didn't even get to give my 3.75.
Oh, wow.
That's why I gave a 3.75, though, was because of all those things that I've discussed.
And again, I'm excited because she's given us so much music, but this is her debut album. And so with us just now getting into a full swing of female rappers being accepted, I wanted
the expectation is high.
Woo!
Yeah.
But let's go ahead and jump into her lyrics.
All right, lyrics, I gave a 3.5.
Okay.
I think that lyrically, there was a lot of opportunity to do a lot more. Mm-hmm. I think that it was just a little above average.
Okay.
And I mean, I think I've said a lot of it, and you said a lot of it. Mm-hmm. The to combine with the vocals that you're giving, your lyrics are also, I don't want to say elementary because that's rude. Average. They're very average lyrics. And there were some good moments, but for the amount of songs that you had, I feel like there was so much more opportunity for you to snap even more.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and deliver lyrics for myself, and it's not good news. It's actually bad news, Megan. I'm sorry. I had to give you a 3.25, and I'll give you a brief description as to why. I learned this from Diddy, who's one of my favorite artists of all times. There is a difference between being a great lyricist, a great rapper, and a great artist. And great artists know how to make songs. They know how to structure a song. They know how to create a hook. And I felt like a lot of times Megan's hooks were very, 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 very lackluster. Outside, you couldn't even tell. I couldn't tell where her hook was from where her verse was. It sounded like one big run-on sentence, if you will. And so for me, that plays a part into your lyrics, and you can be able to spit some hard bars like the one I mentioned earlier and do it on the tip. But if those lyrics are just you spitting rhymes out, and this, I ain't gonna go into that. But if you're just spitting bars and just spitting, that does not make you a great artist. That makes you a great lyricist. And I would have liked to see Megan, the artist, more so give dope lyrics versus just her acting like this was a mixtape. And I want to say this was rushed out. I don't know. I don't know if it was rushed or not, but it just didn't deliver lyrically, and it fell short for me. So I gave her a 3.25.
All right, and then I think that also speaks to her vocals as well, because when you're transitioning from your verse to your hook, there needs to be some type of change in you vocally as well as the production, opposed to just the production, where the production was definitely changing, but you were very monotone and very same energy across the board, in my opinion.
I agree.
All right, moving on to production, I gave a 3.75. Okay. I think that overall the production was good. Mm-hmm. I think that, again, I just was expecting more. I was expecting just something different. Like, again, not to compare to a Cardi B, but when you have songs like Be Careful and
Came through tripping.
and it's so
Dash.
not what you're expecting from these is bloody shoes. This is I can wanna choose. Like, you gave me artistry, Cardi B.
Yeah.
And that's what I wanted. And I say all this out of love, because I do actually
Meg is talented.
She's so talented.
Yeah.
I just was expecting a lot more.
Absolutely.
I digress.
All right, well, I'm going to follow you and echo you with the 3.75. I thought, again, we talked about production as far as the distinguishing the hooks from all of that. I thought musically there were some very solid songs. Production-wise, I couldn't connect with a lot of the some of the concepts and things of that nature. But production-wise, I thought it was solid, above average, as you said. So I won't spend too much time on production. It was solid overall.
All right, Sonic Flow, I gave a 3.
Okay.
The reason I gave a 3 is I do honestly feel that had this album flowed correctly or a little different, even though I didn't necessarily like some of the more sing-songy things that she attempted, I feel that she could have intentionally moved and rearranged some of those just to give you a different feel and add a different little element in the middle. And I feel like the first half, I didn't rock with all the way. He rocked with the first half. And I want y'all to also know that we listen to these albums totally separate from one another. And we come together literally on the day that we're filming. And we may talk about it a little on some of the reviews. Some of the reviews we may not talk about it at all.
I'm going to go ahead and give her the game was strong. More bad news, Megan, sis. I gave you a 2 for the Sonic Flow. And I'll talk about, again, one of your favorite songs, Intercourse, I felt was very short. And I felt that was a consistent thing throughout the album, where there were these songs that it was just like, did she run out of things to say? Like, why is this song so short? Where is the next verse? Like, what is happening here? And so that played a part in my 2. But then also, again, as I mentioned earlier, I rocked with the first third of the album, but then at a certain point I got tired of hearing about your body yada yada and your curves and hot girl shit and all that. I wanted something new. You have to be able to diversify, especially on your first album, because you become a one-trick pony and that's all you're known for. So I wanted something different musically, and like we mentioned with Don't Rock Me to Sleep, you tried it, but it failed miserably. And if I were your A&R or head of your label, whomever, I would have been like, scrap that song, let's find somebody else, let's get Kalani on a song, and maybe add another Kelly Rowland or somebody that would have gave that shift that we needed. So Sonic Flow for me didn't work at all. The bottom half of the album, in my opinion, I could have thrown away outside of Go Crazy. So I gave her a 2. Didn't work.
All right. So when we add that all up and come up with our average,
that gives her a 3.125, which is relatively...
it's a 62.5%.
Yeah.
So,
with that being said, let's go ahead and give her grade. Meg Thee Stallion, good news. Drum roll, please. I don't want to say it.
I think we may have... Oh, this isn't our first.
This is our first.
No.
Pop Smoke got a D.
So the grade that we came up with based on how we scored is an F.
Oh!
And I don't know. I mean, in my personal opinion, I think I want to say rightfully so.
We don't hate Meg Thee Stallion. Please don't read us down in the comments. But please drop down in the comments. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you also subscribe. We have a lot more great stuff coming for you. And please share it with your friends and your family. That being said, I am your boy Camarray.
I'm Zaiah.
And this has been the Music Report Card. We'll talk to y'all next time.
Peace out.